Hi, students. I greet you all and I bring you lessons from the Great Victory Land virtual class. Today we're going to have a lesson in English. And in English today we're learning reading and comprehension. Wow, today we have a story to read. And then after that, we look at the vocabularies and then we see to the questions. So with our objectives today, we are hoping that by the end of the lesson, you will be able to 1. Read fluently. 2. Identify the moral lesson in the story. And then 3. Know new vocabularies and their meanings. And then 3. Know new vocabularies and their meanings. That aspect is very, very, very important to me. So take note. Good. So now let's move to our story. So today, our story's title is The Lion and the Cows. The Lion and the Cows. The Lion and the Cows. All right, let's see what the story is all about. The story. Once upon a time, there lived 4 cows in the forest. Every day, they used to graze together in a particular spot. They were all friends. One day, a lion saw the cows grazing together. I read this portion once again. Once upon a time, there lived 4 cows in the forest. Every day, they used to graze together in a particular spot. They were all friends. One day, a lion saw the cows grazing together. The lion wanted to eat them, so he went to catch them. When the cows saw the lion, all of them fought with him. The lion had to run away. Let me read this portion again. The lion wanted to eat them, so he went to catch them. When the cows saw the lion, all of them fought with him. The lion had to run away. A few days passed, and the cows quarreled between themselves and started grazing separately. A few days passed, and the cows quarreled between themselves and then started grazing separately. So one by one, the lion killed all of them. One by one, the lion killed all of them. Good. So the story talks about how 4 groups of cows were staying in the forest, and because of their friendship, they were always together and looking or being each other's keeper. Now, a point in time came where they fought among themselves, and because of their quarrel, they weren't in good terms. So each cow was grazing on its separate land or pieces of places. Because of this, because they were no more together, the lion was able to kill all of them. Good. Let's look at the lesson we've learned from the story. So the moral lesson in this story is unity is strength, or united we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. Now these statements or sentences here are trying to let you understand that previously when the cows were friends and they were together, when the lion attempted to eat them, they fought it and it ran away. But then, after they quarreled and they started grazing separately, the lion got the chance to kill them one after the other, and his plan succeeded. So it is very important that as human beings, we should unite with everyone we have around us, because you can't tell who will be your keeper, who will be the one who will save you from any kind of trouble. So make sure that you accord everyone with the due respect and also see each and every one to be equal and respect everybody. That is our moral lesson for our story today. Now let's look at our vocabularies for today. 1, we have grace. 2, we have spot. 3, we have fought. 4, quarreled. And then 5, separately. I go over them again. I have 1, grace. 2, spot. 3, fought. 4, quarreled. And then 5, separately. Now let's look at them one after the other. The first one is graze. To graze means a large or a few group of animals or person feeding on one particular piece of food for a long period. To graze means a large or a few groups of animals or person feeding on one particular piece of food for a long period. Now let's look at this example. She will graze on snacks the whole of this afternoon. She will graze on snacks the whole of this afternoon. Now this example is saying that there is some food called snacks. And there's this particular lady that they are trying to say that the whole of that afternoon or an afternoon, she's only going to graze or feed on snacks instead of to get any other food. A whole afternoon is going to be a grazing on what? Snacks. Good. The next is spot. Spot. Spot means a small portion of a place marked, differing a color or texture of a surface around it. I take it again. Spot. Spot means a small portion of a place marked, differing a color or texture of a surface around it. So when a spot can be identified, it means that it looks different among the place it finds itself or the surface it finds itself. For example, if there is a red mark or stain in a white dress, because the dress is white, it is easy to identify the red spot. Good. Now let's look at the example. The back of the chairs have left spots on the wall. The back of the chairs have left spots on the wall. Good. We carry on to fought. Fought is the past tense of fight. It means opposing someone with anger and seriousness. It means opposing someone with anger and seriousness. This means that you're having a struggle with someone with the anger within you, and then we to see that people who fight are very, very serious. Because of this anger and seriousness, it can end them up in doing anything that is unreasonable. Good. So let's look at the example. The Big Six fought for our independence. True. The Big Six fought for our independence. The next we have quarreled. Quarreled. Quarreled is the past tense of quarrel. It means having a disagreement with someone or people verbally. It means having a disagreement with someone or people verbally. So if you do not have an agreement with someone, or maybe a thought you have is different or differs from another person's thought, and then both of you want to prove that either the two of you, each and everyone's idea is the perfect one, or is the one that's supposed to be agreed on, it turns into a quarrel where both sides disagree to one another, and then this kind of verbal exchange of words come in. Good. Let's look at our example. Jennifer quarreled with her mother last night when she came home late. Jennifer quarreled with her mother last night when she came home late. So you see, Jennifer had a whole mindset on her own as to why she came late. Now her mother too was angry as to why she came late. So both parties didn't agree to one another's point of view, where Jennifer's mother, might have been telling her that she came too late and she shouldn't repeat that. Jennifer might also tell her that she doesn't see anything wrong with her coming as of that time. So this can turn into a very big quarrel since both parties do not agree. Good. The last but not least is separately. Separately. Separately comes from the word separate. Separately comes from the word separate. This means standing apart from others or other things or being independent. This means standing apart from others or other things or being independent. So you just stand yourself out, you just exempt yourself from any other thing you do not want to get involved with. Either you were and you want to move out, or either you don't want to get involved at all. So that is what separately means. Let's look at the example. Mickey and his students were seen walking separately to their homes. Mickey and his students were seen walking separately to their homes. So I believe you've enjoyed your lesson today. You've learned the story. You've learned what the moral lesson in the story is, which is telling you that you should always be in unity with others. You should always unite with others. Now, looking at our evaluation for today, you must answer the following questions correctly. Number 1, which people lived in the forest? Which people lived in the forest? 2, what came to the mind of the lions when he saw the cows for the first time? What came to the mind of the lions when he saw the cows for the first time? 3, how many cows used to graze together? How many cows used to graze together? 3, what happened between the cows after a few days passed? What happened between the cows after a few days passed? And then 5, how was the lion able to kill them? How was the lion able to kill them? So kindly do this work, answer them correctly, take your time, go through the story, read it over and over again till you are confident that you can answer these questions correctly without getting any of them wrong. Then you kindly bring it to us for us to mark and then check your notes as well. Take your time to listen and learn from these our videos so that you can be able to answer the questions that are being given to you. Take care, and I believe you had a nice day. Hope to catch up with you once again. It's a bye.